Facebook is apparently enthralled with transabled people. Transabled means people that believe they were meant to be disabled and disable themselves purposely. I've known about this for a while because of this movie. Saw the trailer for it back when it came out, but never got around to watching it. Let's remedy that today. From 2008, starring Nick Stahl, this is Quid Pro Quo. The movie is immediately narrated by our main character, who was disabled in a car accident when he was a little kid. Both of his parents died, and he survived. He's a radio reporter and immediately gets a tip on people that are disabling themselves purposely. A person went to the hospital and tried to pay a doctor $250,000 to chop off their leg, even though they were perfectly healthy. He looks into the whole thing further, not only because it's a good story and he's a reporter, but because he's disabled and can't understand why anybody would want that, since it's had such a negative effect on his life. His source turns out to be a woman named Fiona, played by Vera Farmiga, whose name I can't pronounce. Anyway, she explains to him that there's 4 different types. There's devotees, people that are attracted to handicapped people and disabilities. There's kind of the dreamers that wish they were disabled. There's the wannabes that actively pretend to be disabled. And then there's the people like her that were born disabled but just happen to be an able-bodied person's body. She decides she's going to come out as a transabled person and use her wheelchair in public for the first time. They go on a date and she's kind of using him as a coach to how do I disable properly. Let me know what I need to do to be more convincing. And she's obviously like into this more than believing it's who she is. She's kind of realizing throughout the movie that she might just be a wannabe and maybe a fetishist, which they call devotees, than anything else. He runs into his ex, chases after her, and finds magic shoes that allow him to walk. Not great, but with a cane he can still move a little bit and can participate in sex. And yeah, magic shoes. He can't walk without his shoes. Overall, it's not a horrible movie. It's well acted. I like the acting anyways. Nick Stahl was trained well about how to use a wheelchair and how to act properly by the guy from Vegas. I'll look up his name, put it on the screen right there. Yeah, so the acting's pretty good. It had some good ideas, and it moves along, but it's not actually about transabled people. She kind of admits that she's kind of a devotee and a wannabe, and so people that are transabled don't like it because they're kind of mocked and their life is used as a jumping point to make a movie instead of actually being about them. And disabled people don't like this movie because they are sickened by people who are transabled and think they're all fakes and don't believe that anyone actually has this. It's a whole thing on the internet that you can read for yourself because it's a gigantic argument I'm not even going to start getting into. Thank you for watching, and as always, I shall try to do better next time. No clip this time, but I will give you a bunch of spoilers starting about 5 seconds, so if you don't want to hear them, stop now. Okay, so spoiler time. Turns out that he isn't disabled. He has hysterical disability. The car accident he is just traumatized by and kind of fooled himself into believing he was disabled to deal with the death of his parents, which is probably something that his disabled girlfriend picked up on and why she didn't want to be with him and dumped him when he proposed. saying that someone in our relationship should be able to walk, and she started dating an able-bodied person. And Fiona, turns out, she was driving the car that hit him. He only remembered that it was a cheerleader. What he didn't remember is that it was a little girl cheerleader that was sitting on books in her parents' car driving. That's why the driver never got in any trouble, because it was a little girl. Yeah, so she saw this guy not being able to move and just kind of went to the second phase of kind of dreamers of, I wonder what it would be like. And then kind of became a devotee. You see her very early in the movie. She's sitting on this bench with a rounded edge, and she's just rubbing it like it's a wheelchair wheel, just like getting off on the idea of being in a wheelchair. And yeah, it takes him way longer to figure out what's going on than it takes anybody else. She knows right away that she's kind of just nuts. She doesn't have this thing. She doesn't have this disorder. And she's just kind of tricking him to use him to try to teach her how to disable properly. And has a weird fake disability that he believes is cured by wearing the right shoes. He can't get out of the bathtub. He's like, hand me my shoes so I can get out of the bathtub. And yeah, it's really weird. But it wasn't a horrible movie, but man, it's kind of evil. Yeah, bye.